Einstein said the value of achievement is in the achieving. I think I like to paraphrase it like the value of achievement is in the process. So I checked on the Gemini what it says. It's somewhere down here. But I don't want to read it because I guess Gemini understood what I meant. It's a journey. It's a process that brings out achievement. And we shouldn't be looking at the outcome and beat ourselves because beating is no good. You just want to be sincere and truthful because you can only live, and if you beat yourself because of the fame and money and respect that you want to gain, you are creating some image which depends on many factors that may be out of your control. For example, YouTube, there's a view count or subscribers. I check that because I'm interested if I'm communicating or what type of people will be interested or give a comment, if so, what kind. So it's part of my knowing the society, which by itself is a very important input. And if I look for the number and forget about the process and the exchange and the fun in the process, I think it's sad. Maybe I'm arrogant to say sad, as if I know that's totally wrong, but that's not what I mean. Living in the now. Is most important. But that's a very significant saying. When I was young, I thought that I'll give away one year of my life if I get $1 million or something. I really thought something like that, which is totally looking at the outcome, in that case, the monetary value, and throw away your life 1 year. Ooh. Well, when you're young, you may think like that. But when you're old, well, I really doubt. Depends on the situation, obviously. But if you can survive at the minimum level even, I think of a ryokan who stayed in the very tiny hut. Ryokan is the Zen monk in Japan, and many people like him. He plays with kids, and he had the house tiny, and the bamboo is shooting from the floor, and he wanted to have it growing, so he opened up and burned the hole, and that turned out to be the case where he burned the whole hut. I don't know if that makes sense. But certain balance may be okay. Because if you do your best and nothing happens, it's hard to say that there was an achievement made. So you have to feel good about yourself in the process. And so far as you feel good about yourself, meaning ideally not pushing yourself to be too low or anything. This discussion is a bit difficult because as soon as I say yourself, that's like there's an ego. But that's the point is no ego. It's freedom, liberation. And how do you put the value in liberated sense, aliveness? I don't think you can. Now that's the solution. That's the right answer as far as I can feel and tell. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a Maslow's hierarchy of needs at the higher level, self-actualization, and the meaning of self-actualization is like awakening and liberation from any constraint, mind constraint, because someone's not or someone is or jealous or not jealous, and what's the bank account, Some people say, and I often said that in the company, what gets measured gets done. But in this case, the measurement is the sense of liberation. You cannot put the figures easily. But aliveness possibly measured some kind of biofeedback that the whole cells are, happiness sense, vibrating. So anyway, just a thought, Einstein's quote, and my thought about achievement is in the process. I may have said something similar, but since I'm checking Einstein's phrases, the quotes that interest me to know more about him, and I still feel that he's got the great attitude, almost, I shouldn't say too much about the Zen, but the Zen monk-like, that he's got the core, difficult problem, scientific problem, and devoting his whole life for that. So let me just conclude by saying that what's important is doing what we really like, and that helps the society, even a tiny bit. And in spite of the outcome, if we can live life like that, no matter what monetary value or any values that people may put, that's my opinion or feeling, or almost like a conviction. Yes, a strong conviction, and connecting to heart and live the best, and say thank you when you pass away. I'm gonna go sleep. Thank you. Good night.